everything. I think I did it, guys.
You did
Proud of you
it.
right now.
It's working.
Cool.
Homeostasis accessed.
Let's go. Okay, okay. I think I just need to do one thing to get Facebook going. I think I need to type something. Uh, right? Right? Okay, so Twitch is working, YouTube's working, guys. Welcome everybody. Uh Facebook still isn't because I need to not create an event. I need to hit this little button and it's not letting me hit the button. Stream setup, post on timeline right now. And
Right
go.
now, right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it to like take it, and I don't know if it needs me to type in a description. It sure
Action.
did. Yeah. So there we go. Now we're live on
Oh,
Facebook.
here we
I
go.
just it needed a description, so I was like, "We back. We back" is a description, guys. So welcome everybody to Con Culture Podcast. We got the streams working. We are live on YouTube. We are live on Twitch. We are live on Facebook. And an exciting show planned for you guys. We have so much to go through. We have new shows. We have shows ending. We have anime awards. Was that me? Do I have my ringtone on? I'm firing myself.
For
Silence
shame.
your cell phone.
we have we
At
have
this time, I
anime
would like
awards.
everybody to please silence your cell phones.
Exactly. I need that speech. So I flew to the other side of the country to cover cons. We're covering all that, from award shows to movies to trailers, everything. So let's start off the way we always started off with con news. So I, like I said, flew all the way across the country to almost as far as you can go in the US. So we went to Seattle, Washington for Emerald City Comic Con. And this was the largest con I have ever attended. It was
Woohoo!
6 floors. It was
6?
massive. 6 floors of
I didn't
con
realize it was
exploration.
that big.
Nor did we, Gigi. Nor did we, because we explored it. We went through the main hall, what we thought was the main hall. We shot some footage. Like the party's outside. It spills outside. I think I shared a clip in the stories of the
Yeah,
concert.
you did. Like
Next
dance.
floor, you got panel rooms, game rooms. So if you like tabletop games, they had an arcade up there. They had rooms of D&D going. If you wanted to join games, you could. Third floor, cosplay floor. You had cosplay sets, like similar to we've seen at smaller cons, but it was an entire floor of sets, from cherry blossom anime backgrounds to high school
my goodness.
classes. Like, it was spread out across the entire floor. Fourth floor, you have panel rooms. So you have more cosplays, access to an outdoor photo shoot area that was glorious, packed with cosplayers. Packed with cosplayers getting cityscape shots, super awesome Joker cosplayers. Then you go to the fifth floor. That's your A-tier celeb photo shoot. So that's like where we met Mark Ruffalo. And so it was very cool because that congestion that you usually get around A-list celebs is relegated to the top floor. So
Yeah.
it doesn't clog up the rest of the con.
That's so
And there was-
nice.
Yeah, easily 40,000 plus people in this con. So yeah,
Wow.
that was very much appreciated. The lack of
Did
congestion.
you make
they
him
broke it up.
angry?
We didn't. We did not make him angry, but he did feel a little short. So at the very last second, he popped himself on his tippy toes for the photo, and
Yes!
that's how I lost it. And in the photo, I'm like not even looking at the camera. I'm just laughing my ass off because he's such a sweet, nice guy. So the celeb interactions were great. But as we're leaving, we're taking off. We've explored this floor. Our feet are killing us. We've walked over 10 miles.
And just
So-
one for a con. That's wild.
One con. And we're walking out and we see the basement level. And there's an entire expo hall down there, larger than any of the others. And that's where Bandai Namco official booth is. You have Ghibli set up down there, like official booths.
So
with
you found the
giant
actual
statues.
con floor.
Yes. Yes, it was an actual con floor with tons of merchants. Like, I thought the top floor was a con floor because they had, the voice actors there. They had tons of booths, artist alley, authors. But no, they had this whole sub-level of, like, officially licensed booths and more
that's
merch.
awesome.
Why are they putting the
It
weebs
was-
in the basement?
It was They
That's where they
totally
need
threw
to
the
be,
weebs.
Trey.
Exactly.
That's where
It's
we
the
need
dungeon.
to be.
It's the
Right,
weeb dungeon, and they had their biggest like photo op opportunity down there, which is the giant ECCC letters.
Yes.
And there was a line just for that. Like you had to wait
Oh,
10
wow.
minutes just to get your photo taken next to those big letters. It was
Yes, I saw
was so
so
good.
much like across my For You page on TikTok and on Instagram
there were
of
so many
people
top
that
tier
were at the
cosplayers there.
yes, and it like all of the content that I saw from that, I was I'm I'm having major FOMO
I
right
have to
now.
go
Yeah,
back. I
I'm
have
not.
to
I'm
go
not
back.
jealous at all.
Yeah.
No, Lord Mesa Art gave me an interview. He was super sweet, and I still have yet to release the 40 Below cosplay interview that we did, where this amazing couple from Alaska handmade their entire cosplays.
Oh, cool.
She looked phenomenal. She did a Medusa she made all the snakes from her headpiece. It was sick. So
I
we
just
got
got
to
full
interview
body
her.
chills.
And he completely made his armor just for the show because they moved from Alaska to I think Arizona and left
Oh,
all their
that's
cosplay stuff.
That's a big
But a
difference.
climate shock.
It was a
Yeah.
big move, so he had to rebuild everything. But yeah,
Wow.
all in all, largest con I've ever been to. I give the con a 10 out of 10 because it's a full experience. Everything you want to do at a con,
Yes.
there's a floor for you. It's
That's
friendly. It's great. The people were nice. The traffic was very, very well controlled. Like there's escalators to take you from one floor to the next. Everything's labeled. The staff was friendly. It's as good as a con can get. And like I said, the largest 12 miles of walking at the end of the day. I shot the post-con interview in the hotel room because I was done. I was not about to shoot an outro
Well, that makes
in
sense.
that
Most
con.
people end up in the hotel room after the con.
I was in the hotel room. Our feet were throbbing. Like even Belinda, who's like in the best shape of me and my brother between us, like she was like, I can't feel my feet. Like
Wow.
12 miles. It was awesome. But I highly recommend if you get a chance, Emerald City Comic Con. Thank you so much for the press access. Go to that con. It is one of the best and already in my top 5.
I'm just
Yeah,
gonna sneak
that's
into
gonna
your
have to
suitcase
be-
next year.
I know. That's
Yeah.
going to have to be on my
It's
con
going to have to
list
be a
for next
regular.
year.
And now that we get press access, you guys just got to get your flights. I'll be sure to get us in so we can all go experience Emerald City Comic Con. But yeah, they put the weebs in the basement in the anime dungeon. But
It's where we deserve to be.
speaking of anime, talking about cramming a bunch of weebs in one place, Brittany's topic this week is all about anime. So Britt, what are you covering this week?
During the Anime Crunchyroll Awards, and yeah, so it was about a week ago. So I'm gonna try to run through this because I want to try to get some of the really good ones out as fast as I can. So I'm gonna like speed run this. Are you
Go
ready?
for it.
All right, so the votes are in, the fans have spoken, the winners have all been announced. They were announced during a live stream that Crunchyroll did online. And here are some of the winners. For Best Fantasy, you have Demon Slayer Season 2, the Entertainment District arc.
Obviously.
Yeah, for Best Drama, you have Attack on Titan Final Season Part 2. For
That tracks.
yeah. For Best Supporting Character, Anya Forger from Spy Family. Anya. For Best Main Character, Eren Yeager. For Best Anime Song, The Rumbling from Attack on Titan,
Yes.
Final Season Part 2.
Yeah.
Best Film of the Year was Jujutsu Kaisen 0. You also had, let's see here. I was making sure I got all the ones. Oh, Best Continuing Series, One Piece was in there. Best New Series, Spy Family. Best Animation, Demon Slayer. Best Character Design, Demon Slayer. And Anime of the Year.
Oh,
okay,
drum roll.
okay. I am stressed.
Cyberpunk Edge Runners won Anime
Wow.
of the Year.
The
I'm gonna
Trey's
be
face.
I did
not expecting
I
that.
was like,
Was not
I thought for
expecting
sure
that one.
it should have been like Demon Slayer or
Yeah.
like Attack on
No.
Titan because that's like or Spy Family. That's like literally all the
Yeah.
categories are pretty much one in those consistencies.
Okay.
But Edge
No.
Runner just came
Okay.
out was like, I'm just gonna take the top and
That I did
Cyberpunk,
not.
the-
Edge Runner for the win.
Okay. Well,
It's
Now that
Samoa's
means
all
to
over
watch it
again.
now.
it's Samoa's.
No, yeah.
so
I,
I don't know
for
if you know
sure.
much about the Anime Crunchy Awards. So they post their categories every year online, and the fans are actually the ones who place their votes. and you have like I think like a month, and they put up all the categories, and you just like go in and you like vote for who you want, and then at the end, whoever is at the top is at the top.
Man, those
Like,
Cyberpunk
a
fans
lot of
came in
robots
thick.
voted for Cyberpunk.
A lot of
so-
bots. Oh,
Well,
don't
AI
take it away
helped
from
with
them,
that.
right? Chat GPT for
That-
the win.
No, but if you did not watch Cyberpunk Edge Runners, it was an
Mhm.
absolutely beautiful anme, so it does
Okay.
deserve.
It's got the
on my
hype.
list. It's on my
It's got
long
good
list of
hype.
animes
It
to
gets
watch.
you. Yeah, it's on the long list, but it's good. I watched majority of it. I haven't finished it. I'm still in the midst of it.
That's awesome.
we go.
So, all
There you
right, underdog for the win on that one. We have transitioning from animated. We have a ton of animated trailers too. One in particular, Trey, you want to give us a rundown on trailers? But there is one that I literally just watched before the start of the
Yeah.
show.
Oh,
and
the
I
one
can't
with,
wait to
like,
jump
the
in.
mutant
It's some
teenager
brothers.
turtle ninjas.
Tiny, yeah, little. Oh,
The
it's
the
so
reptiles?
The
so good.
reptile
I
guys
can't
with
get
the
tired of
with
this
the
animation
shells.
style. Puss in Boots
yeah.
did it, and I can't get rid of it. So take it, Trey. What
No,
do we
but
got?
really, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
It's absolutely gorgeous. It's the first look. Seth Rogen's one of the big producers behind this project, which is
Yes, he
this
is.
guy's pumping out just great superhero content. You know, Invincible, and then now the Turtles that we all grew up and loved. First out the gate, like they just got me with the heartstrings with that very subtle theme song from the original '90s and '80s cartoon, and I was already hooked. And then we got actual teenagers voicing
Yes,
the
Yes,
Turtles, which is
it,
huge.
yes, it feels authentic.
Huge. Yes,
it really
exactly.
does.
And,
For
like,
the
they
time,
already
it's a good
have-
update.
Yes.
They have great chemistry together already. Like it's hysterical from the get go. Like I can't wait to see more. It feels like the same humor from like the live action films as well. So
Yes.
I'm already excited about this. And like y'all just said, the animation style is gorgeous. It looks like I believe it's the same studio that did Into the Spider-Verse.
I was about to
And-
say that it looks really similar, and you can
It's
definitely
like
tell.
it's almost like it's hand drawn, but you know
Yes.
it's 3D, and like
Yes.
that's just the perfect style for
Do we have the
I-
cast?
the
Some
cast.
casting news?
I think the biggest one that you're most excited for is
Who's
our Lord
Splinter?
and Savior Jackie Chan.
Yes!
I know when I saw his name in the trailer, I was like, I had to like hold back from like squeaking.
Did
Yes.
anybody else get? Did anybody else think Master Splinter looks like the guy Sho'nuff from was it Enter the Dragon? He literally looks like. I mean, he got the hair and the
Sho'nuff.
outfit. And I mean, I was like,
Yo,
was
just
like,
missing
you
that
cannot.
glow. Just missing the glow.
Just a little
Bruce
bit.
Leroy.
I bet that. Hey, that might be spoilery. Be careful. Maybe he does
Yeah.
glow in the movie.
Right? No, it's a masterful trailer. Trey, I think you hit the nail on the head. Them being teenagers is such a breath of fresh air.
It
They
is.
totally updated with cell phone cameras. They act like kids the way teenagers would if you popped them into this modern day.
And they're
age
making
and
fun
gave
of
them
themselves
abilities.
slightly. If you remember when the Michael Bay Ninja Turtle films, which we really
Yes.
don't want to talk about, but they have to be mentioned. A lot of people said like, "Oh my gosh, Michelangelo looks like Shrek when he takes his mask off." So I thought that was
Oh.
hysterical when they first showed them. So I was like, "They look like little
Like
Shreks
little
to me."
Shreks.
I was just like, "Oh my gosh!" Like just
Yes.
chef's kiss.
Yeah,
So
Seth
pumped for
Rogen
this
has definitely
movie.
found what he's good at, but that's not the only
He's a
trailer that
nerd.
came out.
He
though.
loves these franchises. He loves
does.
superheroes. So it's like it's in good hands.
It comes across. It really does. But what else came out besides?
So Disney
Turtles?
dropped some pixie dust on us.
Mm.
This is one of my favorite franchises, pieces of literature, character ever. The Boy Who Never Grows Up, Peter Pan. And much as I want to dive into, like, I guess let's get some of the bad stuff out of the way. There's been so much hate on the casting for this movie already, and it's
What?
just like it's
Yeah.
2023, guys. Can we grow up? Even though this film isn't about growing up, like. I'm sorry that Peter Pan isn't this redhead kid anymore. I'm sorry that he's brown. Like, get over it. Like, it's
Yeah.
gonna be amazing.
Oh,
And
I
all
honestly
the hate on
didn't even
Tinkerbell.
notice that. I didn't even
Yeah.
notice that he wasn't a redhead.
And then everyone hating on Tinkerbell as well. I'm just like, did you even see the movie? Well, we've seen a 1.5-minute trailer, and you're hating on these actors already.
Not
Like,
enough
that's
to judge it.
ridiculous.
She's a fairy. She's a
And she's a
fictional.
fairy. It's a character.
Brittany hit him with the
Fictional-
fictional
Fictional
characters.
Seriously.
It's not real.
It's not
So it
real.
doesn't matter what's it. She could be the blue fairy. There's blue
Oh,
fairies
Exactly.
in Pinocchio. So
Seriously.
I've,
Yes.
I've consumed every bit of Peter Pan there is out there. You know, growing up with the movie Hook, watching the Jeremy Sumter with Jason Isaac. Like, I love this franchise so much. After this trailer, like, it made me feel like a kid again. Like, I cannot wait
awesome.
to see this. And I love that they're implementing,
Yes.
like, in the trailer, like, we're all Lost Boys. Like, well, not all of you are Lost Boys. And the twins are just like, so what? Like, to me, that's just the best way to put any hate.
But not
towards
all
this
of
film.
you are
It's like, so
boys.
what? Like, it's still the
Yes.
same story. It's still the Darlings going to Neverland with their man, Peter Pan. And
I can't wait.
Cannot wait.
And this
Can
is
we
a
talk
series,
about
right?
the mermaids? Like, I don't even want to
Oh,
talk
they
about
look so
I
it. I want to talk
magical.
about the
They're all
trailers.
glowing. They're all
So
glowing and
good.
I was
beautiful.
like, all I saw was glowing
I
mermaid
know.
tails.
I was like, how do I do that? How do I become that?
How do I cosplay that?
Can we talk about Daddy Jude Law as Captain Hook? Like, I think he
Yes.
can absolutely murder that role.
Yes,
Like,
he's like
yeah.
just the right amount of like creepy, but still
Mhm.
like suave.
And
Oh,
they aged him up. This is like the oldest Hook we've ever seen. Like, he's got
Yeah,
bits of gray
actually.
in him and everything.
yes.
And
Yep.
I love the size of his hook. Some people are saying like, "Oh, his hook's way too huge." I'm like, it makes a point. Like, if your name's Captain Hook, I think you would have a pretty big hook.
It's got to be
Big,
intimidating.
intimidating.
It
yeah.
is exactly.
Yeah, has
So,
to be.
so hyped for this
You
film.
can't have just a little hook. So we got
It's
one
my
more
strong
trailer. You
hook.
said it's a strong hook. So you got another trailer for us. I think we have one more in the lineup.
This one's a little on the spoopy side. So hope
Oh
you're
no, I'm good.
racing. You got fresh
no.
underwear.
We,
on.
we all know
Um,
you're a
it's
scared
a-
baby.
Yeah. It's about a haunted mansion with an incredible cast. Like, I'm trying to wrap my head around all the actors that we saw in it. Like, ones that stick out to me:
Seriously.
Owen Wilson, Danny DeVito,
Rosario Dawson.
Rosario Dawson. Like, there's more that I can't like.
One
my
of the
mind
lead
just
actors. I
exploded.
forget his name. He's in Wu Tang. He's in the series on
Yep.
Hulu, Wu Tang Forever. He plays RZA. I am so excited to see him in this film because he's so good in the
Yes.
Wu Tang series, and I want to see how he does in this Disney type
So we got
film.
another little teaser of the infamous ride from the Disney parks, the Haunted Mansion. That's there now,
Mhm.
bring it back to the big screen.
Yes.
Another movie that we got to mention, even though we don't want to mention, there was the early 2000s film with Eddie Murphy, The Haunted Mansion.
I love that movie.
I
you
liked
talk-
it too. I
don't
liked
you
it
talk
too. Let me
blasphemy.
finish. Just let me finish. Let me finish.
Uh-uh.
Okay.
This
Watch your
film is
words.
definitely taking a better route towards off the inspiration of the movie, which is the ride
Okay.
itself
Okay.
and the characters on the ride as well.
Like
Which
the
we didn't really-
bride
exactly,
and
the
and then
bride.
all of the paintings and stuff.
That,
Since we can't
like-
have pirates movies anymore,
yeah, right.
we
So,
need a
like,
new
if you've
ride
ever ridden the ride
franchise.
before, when you walk into the room,
Yeah.
it starts to stretch out, and they show that in the trailer. I'm like, you're nailing it. Keep going. Give me more.
I didn't get in that. I didn't get on that ride.
I need
Too
to
scared?
see I need to see the dining room. That's
The
big-
dancing?
Oh, with the ice.
The dancing
Oh,
in the
I'm
dining
100%
room.
gonna get
That
that.
is what. If
Nope.
I don't get that, boy.
Oh, we're definitely gonna get that
the
scene.
one childhood memory I have from
Nope.
Of
Disney World is
the
that
swirling
that
Belinda
around.
and Joy
ride
got
and
on it.
them just
I
watching
refuse.
them.
Yes. The
I
bride when
refuse.
she's like, for
I
better
did
or for
not.
worse. Oh,
Yeah,
I
was
love
all
that
Belinda and
ride.
Joetti.
I do
Uh-uh.
too.
They were brave enough. Not I. Not I. Said Juan. I was like, I'm gonna watch these little kids because it's scary for them. So I'm gonna
Yeah,
watch. the
they're-
little ones.
they're
Chill
real
out,
scared.
Mansion.
The-
Yeah, Owen Wilson looks hilarious in this film. He's
He
good in
looks
everything.
absolutely hilarious.
They're gonna be deader. I was just like,
Yeah,
oh, gosh,
they're-
here we
with
go.
the axe. They'll be deader,
Okay.
man.
Okay.
Yeah, that was
He
legit,
feels proud of
man.
himself.
So trailers, we got a lot of great stuff coming soon.
yes, we do.
But we have stuff here now that we don't even got to wait for. I think we're 2 episodes in to the Mandalorian series, which started, I
This is the
believe,
way.
last week.
Yeah.
So I have not had the opportunity. I've been too busy watching Pedro V1 in The Last of Us. hooked to
Alternate
that.
universe. Din
I'm
Djarin.
watching that. I'm watching Daddy Mando over here, or Daddy Pedro. As soon as I'm done with Daddy Pedro 1, I'm gonna make my way over to Daddy Pedro 2, because he's in
The
everything and
Space
he's so
Daddy
good.
Pedro.
But I know you guys have seen, so please give us your thoughts, spoiler free, on the first few episodes.
Oof.
I mean,
Oof.
That good, huh?
yeah, like it's just it's Mandalorian is probably like it's for sure the best live action Star Wars TV show
Yeah.
that has
100%.
existed. I would even say
Put
that
it
it's
above the
one of the
movies.
best just TV shows like
Mhm.
Star Wars TV shows or just TV shows in general. And then, like Brittany said, it is also like is ahead of some of the movies. It's just it's so good. It's
This
I
show
need a
They
is,
had
moment.
has kept my love for
Grogu.
Star Wars alive. Like I had my doubts with
Yes.
where the Star Wars franchise was going, some of the movies, but this show, it's like I'm hooked. Give me more Grogu. Give me more Din Djarin. Give me more of the
All them
Mandalorians.
cute, all that cuteness.
Gosh, like just when you don't think he gets getting cuter, like the noises that he's making in this scene,
Oh.
like cut it out. You're too cute, and you can force jump now. You need to stop it.
Yeah,
What?
he's growing up in front of our eyes.
Grown up so fast.
Oh, that's so
He's such a
cool.
big boy.
Yeah, so
Yes.
that they are definitely continuing all the success I think of the recent Star Wars stuff is anchored from how good this show was. That gave them the freedom to go out and do Boba Fett, go out and do Bad Batch. We got Obi-Wan, but thank you to Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau who are kind of overlooking all these projects. Like they are the ones that brought Mando to us
Yes.
and are
Like, Dave built
continuing to
this
kind of grow
beautiful universe
this.
from George Lucas's property, of course, with the Clone
Mhm.
Wars, and like we're getting to dive into more of these stories and places from the Clone Wars, and it's just like
It's
give
just
me
it's just
more.
packing the lore on.
Yeah.
It's great. It's
It's
ugh.
it's doing such a great job.
Chef's kiss.
Chef's kiss. But
And it's so hard to talk about it without spoiling things.
Exactly.
It
Like, the
is.
first,
I'm just
like,
"Oh,
it
give
is.
us a spoiler free. I was like, all I can think of is spoilers right now.
I know. All I want to say is a spoiler.
It was really good. The shoot is shiny and they got the pew pews. It's good.
Yes.
And Grogu is always cute.
Exactly. That's all you can say. But we have some stuff ending. Not only is The Last of Us ending this Sunday, final episode we're getting. Oh no, Trey froze, I think. But yeah, not only is The Last of Us ending, I believe, Gigi, you
Just look
have
for some-
you had an
Yeah,
anime
we're
that was
coming.
ending?
So we're finally coming to the end of Attack on Titan, unless they have another surprise, Shorty. We got 2 more parts coming.
That encore,
They keep dangling the
encore.
carrot.
Seriously. I mean, like, what are we on now? Season, like, 3,000? Like,
It's the final,
it's-
final season.
Like,
But
for real.
all jokes aside, this part 1 of the last part, I don't know how to call it, but it was a beautiful hour of television that I watched, and I cried and I laughed, and I had probably I was angry. I had every emotion that you can experience in an hour time frame. A lot of people like to poop on Mappa, and I have to disagree with them. I love their animation style. I think it's very clean, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to the finale part 2 maybe. It's supposed to come out this fall, so fingers crossed that we will get an ending. I've finished the manga, um, so I know how the manga ends. I don't know if they're going to continue with that ending.
I know how the
There's-
manga ends too.
Yes, so there's talk that they might change the ending, so that's kind of cool to see.
You know,
An,
think
keeps
it
on your
is.
toes.
an
Yeah,
AU
I think it is.
ending. So
Because they're
we'll-
doing that
we'll
with The
see.
Last of Us. With
Yeah.
the video game, they're changing characters. They're changing
Oh,
situations and scenarios where normally this would happen in the game, but they're letting Ellie handle it herself, or
Right.
they're giving a different story to fans who already know this franchise, who know the story, but get a new twist on it. So I love it when shows do that, and I hope that they do that for the finale. That way, if you have read the
Yeah.
anime like you two, you get a nice little part B, different universe, same thing kind of
An
ending.
alternate
I mean,
ending.
I
Yeah.
personally liked the ending of the manga, so I'm like,
I wasn't a
Stick
fan.
to it. Oh, see, that's why making a different ending makes sense. That way, you always have your manga ending, and if
Yeah.
they do a better one that Brittany thinks is better, she'll always have the anime ending, and everybody's kind of happy that way.
I'm
Yeah.
just
Nobody's ever
saying,
gonna be truly happy. but-
I'm just
It's a
saying,
beautiful anime. Don't get me wrong.
Yes.
It's not what I wanted.
I-
It's not what I wanted.
I
what I
want,
wanted it to
regardless of what happens, I am sending Yams my hospital bill for whenever they have to lock me away because my brain is going to break regardless. So.
I love it. So yeah,
but it's like 10 years in the making. This is like a
Yes.
10-year long production,
Journey.
and it's coming to an end. And
It's a
how
decade.
I still can't
cool
believe that.
that it's coming, like that we're getting that final chapter, unless they say surprise, shorty.
The final,
got
final,
another
final
movie in
to the
ya.
final,
The
final.
final. The movie edition right after.
Yes.
It almost
But,
be
yes.
funny for Mappa to make a joke at the end, like, because you know how at the end of every Attack on Titan episode, it's like the to be continued.
Yes.
Oh,
Is
no,
to
they better
is
not.
to do that at the
The
end and be
end?
like,
Question
just
mark?
kidding. The end. Like,
I
no,
I hope
no,
it's
we
not
really
like-
mean it.
Yeah, I hope it's not like Return of the King where you think it ends like 5 different
Yes.
times. Like, ah, no,
I
no,
stood
No,
up
I-
5 times in that movie.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, okay.
Everybody
Oh,
applauded, and it was like, oh, there's more. Okay, wait.
sit down.
Yes.
Ah, all right, all right. Yeah, so hopefully it gives y'all a great ending, the ending that y'all want. Speaking of endings, I think that brings us to our natural conclusion of this week's episode.
Or is it?
No, 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 no,
No,
no.
it
There's
isn't.
one last thing.
You're right. Pull an Attack on Titan and give us what's coming up on Instagram. GG.
Okay, so we had some good feedback from the Girl Scout cookie tournament, so we've
Mhm.
decided to bring another tournament in, and we're going to do 90s Nickelodeon. So the tournament begins tomorrow. Voting begins tomorrow, so be sure
Yes.
to tune in to our Instagram stories so that you can vote for your favorite 90s Nickelodeon show.
Rugrats for the
Calling
win.
it right now, Rugrats for the win.
I don't know. Don't
You
sleep
got
on
Rocco
Nintendo.
Rocco on there?
Don't sleep
Rocco?
on. Yeah.
Maybe, maybe.
Yep.
I
Yep.
don't
Yep.
know.
Yep. 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 We're not gonna give away everybody who's in it, but just tune into the Instagram stories and you'll see if your cartoon made the cut.
Like the Crunchyroll awards, your vote matters.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's
Your
right.
vote will
Your vote
determine the
matters.
winner.
You're gonna tell us who wins.
Yep. Well, that's it for us, guys. Thank y'all so much for joining us this week. We are out. This is bye.
Bye.
Peace.